Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're talking about more awnings. Let's jump into it.
1, 2, 3, go!
Check out the features on this Topoak 270-degree awning. If you've been following the channel, you already know we've talked about the OpenRoad 270-degree awning, but we've snagged this one to kind of do a comparison between the two. And this video is more about what it's like living with a 270-degree awning and which one works for you and your camping style. So in this video, we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about some of the features on the OpenRoad 270-degree awning, as well as the features on this Topoak awning. So the very first thing that you notice when it comes to owning a 270-degree awning is the deployment. Opening it up after you zip it up and take the cover off, how the arms fold out really gives you that first impression of, okay, am I going to like this awning or not? With the OpenRoad 270-degree awning, very simple. You grab one side, you drag it out to the other side with the sling, and then you can attach it with the hook anywhere on your truck. Like for me, it's on the truck bed, on my truck bed rack. Versus this guy, the 270-degree Topoak, it has more of a bat wing system. So it opens up from the middle, opening up towards the back of the truck and then opening up towards the front of the truck. And you guys know me, I like to keep it simple, super honest with you here. I didn't love how the Topoak awning opened up with that dual arm action. It felt a little less natural than just taking one side and dragging it around. So take it or leave it. I do like that the Topoak has more coverage on the driver's side. So you'll see here that it actually kind of reaches all the way out to my front mirror here. And then I gotta pause here really quick to be more specific. Both companies do have a 270-degree awning plus version, which offers more shade. And that's where you see me stretch out the shade all the way over to my driver's side mirror. So had to pause really quick, be more specific. Let's go ahead and push play. It's got it attached with a clip to my roof rack. I didn't want to get all the stuff out because I am giving this thing away. Hey everyone, wanted to jump in real quick and tell you about a giveaway that I'm running right now. I'm giving away this 270-degree awning from Topoak and these two OpenRoad Pro camping chairs. Perfect for the camping season that's coming up. Basically how it works, every dollar you spend over at my website, outdoortaco.shop, gets you an entry. This is a fun way to snag some sweet merch, help support the channel, help support me, and keep me out here making sweet videos for you guys. I want to say thank you to everyone who participates. I'll leave all the info linked down below, so go check it out, outdoortaco.shop. New t-shirts, new hats, go check it out. Thank you guys so much. I'm excited to see who wins. And then you'll kind of notice if I pull up on the video here, so the coverage is about the same right here on the side of the truck and then walking around to the back. I actually like how much more coverage there is on the OpenRoad awning. You've got your wires running right here for your lights, and it just gives you some nice protection from the sun. We've got the shade over there for mostly my dog, I guess. But a great way to provide shelter for any kind of camping scenario, whether you're camping in a state park on the asphalt or out in the desert like I was not too long ago and needed protection from the cold desert night. I don't think I could go without some sort of protection like this. An awning, a big 270-degree awning, turns your camping experience out in the woods, out in the middle of nowhere, just that much better. Now, we talked a little bit about shade. The sun is over there, kind of dragging our shade over here. But really, that is one of the bigger things for your awning, right? So you're sitting down in your camp chair. You want to be able to have some shade. I mean, check it out. Even Appa is enjoying some of the shade, most of it from the truck. But in terms of shade coverage, the OpenRoad and the Topoak provide the same amount of shade coverage. I've been able to test this one out, the Topoak version, for a few days now. We've taken it out and just kind of played with it. Not too much, because like I said, I'm giving this one away, but the amount of shade has been enough for me to kick back and enjoy it for a little bit while I film or while I'm just out messing around in the back of my truck. They serve that purpose of blocking out the UV rays really well with their UV blocking material too. I'm feeling it now. It's kind of like that ripstop material that most tents and awnings and whatnot are made out of. And it's actually kind of warm, so that's kind of nice. Something I didn't notice while I was winter camping, feeling that. But anyway, pretty cool. So the next thing that most people don't think about is wind. I've seen people out there throw these things up on the beach 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts, you know, crazy stuff. We don't have that crazy wind here in Utah with all the trees and mountains and whatnot, but in my experience, if you are going to be putting this thing up in the wind, the legs are where it's at. So with this one, they do have a little loop here that you can tie in some rope or even just stake it straight down with the loops down here, which is actually really nice. You can see they also have metal that can stake right in down to soft dirt. So comparatively, these ones are a little more thin and less sturdy than the OpenRoad legs, which I've noticed, but I do really like their clip system right here. So you can see, just set your height and clip it down versus the twisting telescopic legs on the OpenRoad 270-degree awning. So when it comes to wind, I mean, we can shake this thing around a little bit, but you can see like it's not really going anywhere. Sure, you can also tie it down with some guy lines and really keep this thing down, especially if you had some rain and snow going up here. Guy line it up, stake it down to the ground. You've got water and your snow just sloughing right off. In the elements, I can imagine this thing does really well, especially with these sturdy arms up here. They're not as thick as the OpenRoad, and that doesn't have the little thing right here. I'll show you on video. There's on the OpenRoad awning, there's a thing that sticks up just like this, pushes up on the material and adds that extra height to slough off the rain as well as help with wind. So there is that. I mean, if you're going to be camping in the elements, I would say go with the OpenRoad one now that I'm playing around with this one. But if you're just a weekend warrior, you're going out when the weather's nice, blue skies like we have today, Topoak might be the way to go. It's a lot more simple, that's for sure, when it comes to having those design elements that are designed specifically for weather. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not really camping too much in the weather, but it would be nice to have that peace of mind setting up my 270-degree awning in the rain or snow, or maybe a little bit of wind that snuck in on us while we're coming into camp. So those are just some of the things to think about. A few other build quality notes that I would mention. So you can also get the sidewalls like I have with the OpenRoad awning. Check it out. This is more Velcro. I can imagine it's just as sturdy as the zippers with the OpenRoad, but for my personal use, my personal opinion, I think I'll stick with the zippers, even though this would be a little bit easier to attach the doors. Let's be honest. I struggled with the zippers at first. Something you kind of have to get practice with on the OpenRoad sidewalls is the zippers. I'm sure you've played with a zipper before, so you know what I'm talking about. But with Velcro, you can kind of just stick it on there, slide it around, I'm sure, with these guys' walls, and I'm sure they would stick just fine. But as far as like the material, like the metal, the welding, I mean, the stitching and whatnot, all looks about the same. I mean, most of the stuff nowadays is built pretty similar, even though I did mention with the arms being a little less thick. On this Topoak one, the OpenRoad takes that. And while I'm here, let's talk, I mean, the lights. I didn't find, there's no way to change these lights from white to like amber and then an off-white color, which I absolutely love. As you could see in like these camping videos with the OpenRoad awning, you have that option to change it between amber, off-white, and then a really bright white light. Just having options is nice. I mostly rock the amber because it's really nice on your eyes. Overall, I'm absolutely in love with both of them. Both the OpenRoad and this Topoak awning. Messing around with them a little bit, hanging out with them, and just taking them out for a little while. Both of them I'm absolutely in love with and would be happy having either one on my truck. When it comes to mounting, I have my custom brackets on my custom bed rack, so it's a little different in my situation. However, I will say the Topoak bracket and hardware are designed differently to handle probably more universal type of bed racks out there. I'll put the weight of the Topoak awning right here. I had some help with my cousin Skylar. Couldn't have done it without you, man. But the awnings were both, I mean, simple to mount. They have the T-slot brackets on the back, so you can insert those bolts and then just bolt them right down to your rack, whether it's a roof rack or a bed rack. All it really takes is some muscle, some persistence, and lining up your brackets just fine. And the installation goes pretty easily for both of these. They are just heavy and kind of awkward, so it would help to have a little bit of help around, but I've done it myself twice now for both. So even if you are by yourself mounting these things on, should be a piece of cake. Crossing my fingers though, I didn't just jinx your next project though. And for the awnings being heavy and being on one side of the vehicle, I haven't really noticed like going off road, it being heavier on one side or the other. I don't think it's an insane amount of weight that can affect you going down a trail or just down the road like normal. Of course, it's going to cut down some MPGs, but that's just because wind resistance, right? You throw anything on the outside of your truck and you go down the highway, it's going to cut down on some of your fuel efficiency. But I mean, that's to be expected. And honestly, when you're building a rig, throwing awnings and rooftop tents and whatnot on it, you're not really going for a fuel efficient ride. That's been my experience living with an awning strapped on the outside of my truck, day-to-day life. I've had the OpenRoad awning on the truck for a few months, and it's just kind of lived there because it's easier to keep it on, keep it mounted, and have it ready to rock and roll for an adventure than take it off and put it back on, take it off, put it back on anytime that I'm not adventuring or don't plan on adventuring, but then having to go and then mount it on getting ready for the next adventure is kind of a pain in the butt. So might as well just keep it on there, right? And that's what I've done. And honestly, just going about, driving in traffic, driving on the freeway, I haven't noticed it be too much of an issue. If anything, I've gotten more looks from people checking it out. So, I mean, take it or leave it. If that's an added plus for you, there you go. But I truly enjoy having it on the truck and knowing that it's there and ready for me when I'm ready. I'm sure you've noticed this isn't about which one is best. It's for which one fits you, your style, and where you're going. For me and this Tacoma and the rooftop tent situation I got going on, OpenRoad makes sense for me. If you have a 270-degree awning, leave your comment down below on why you chose it and what you love about it. I really appreciate those kind of conversations. I reply to all the comments, you guys, and love all your support. Thank you guys seriously so much for being here, supporting me, making this dream come true. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoy the channel, be sure to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.